Hey, what's up, guys? I finally decided to make another video. I've been busy with moving, getting in my new job, starting working at my new command, setting up at my new place, college, stuff like that. So I haven't really been motivated to make a video. But I recently watched a video from one of my favorite skate YouTube channels called The Local Joe, and he talks about shoe madness. It's like skate shoe madness specifically. Something that I've also been struggling with, and I think another channel that I watch made a video as well, and talking about the same thing. For the last, I would say almost up to last like half a year or longer, I was constantly changing my board setup, and I was constantly wanting to try new shoes. I would get a new pair of shoes to skate, and then I would decide to get a different pair to skate, and then I'd have a perfectly good pair of shoes I didn't use, or I would use those shoes. There'd be like one small thing I didn't like about them, and so I wouldn't skate them anymore, even though they're perfectly good shoes. Over the past couple weeks, I finally have a board setup and a shoe setup that I'm 100% very comfortable with, and it's finally made me not want to change anything. So I got a new board, I got new shoes. They're the same exact things that I was skating before I got new stuff, because I really like the way I felt on my board, and I don't want to change that at all. So maybe this might be the start of the end of my madness, hopefully. But today's, I just want to get a very simple session. Here's what I mean when I say a bunch of shoes all perfectly good, right? I have the Ninja 3s, which I actually think I got a defective pair because this rubber chunk came off and they wore out a lot faster than I would have liked. I'm gonna make a video talk about this. I got these Fallens, these Elliott Sloan mids. I actually kind of like these. These Kyle Walkers, I skated the black and white colorway and they were okay, and then I bought these because they were on sale, but I'm not a huge fan of all black shoes, so I just don't want to skate them. This pair of Nijas, I actually like these shoes a lot. They're a little slippery, but I've always liked the Ninja 2s. I have tons of pair of these that I just plan on skating and never did. I got these Jocelyn's that I always wanted to try and I just never did. I got different boards in here. Like I said, I was changing my setup a lot. And then I have more shoes in my closet at home. And even these, I bought these Vans Wavies to skate, and I just never did, because one, I like the way they look, so I kind of didn't want to ruin them, but also I had decided to stick with the same shoes I've been skating, so I didn't want to try skating them and mess up my flick and everything. Alright, here we are. Not a whole lot, right? I like this park to come skate the little rail and mainly just practice my manuals on the box. I've been in a huge manual phase lately. But here is the setup I plan to kind of stick with from now on. It's a permanent board and some Jamie Foys. So I'm gonna get a session in, get used to everything, and then I'll talk about my exact setup and why I like this at the end of the video. I got through most of the flat ground tricks I wanted to. I'm just going to get a couple basics on the flat bar and then do a couple manuals and call it. Alright, I'm at the end of the sesh. I only got the 3 manual tricks. I mean, there's not a whole lot more I can do. I learned 2 new tricks on the box earlier this week. I landed a manual shove out and nose manual nollie shove out, and I really wanted to get those in the video, but this wind is just fucking annoying, man. The entire session, it's been pushing against me, right? And I'm going up to the box. I have to overcorrect everything to adjust for the wind, and if the wind picks up or stops suddenly in the middle of my manual, it fucks me up, man. And it's like getting worse too. Before it was like bearable and it would come in waves, but now it's like constant and it just gets worse. So I had to call the sesh because I'm running out of time and I'm just getting annoyed trying to fight the fucking wind. Back to the topic of like board madness and shoe madness. You know, I'd had it hard, and it wasn't until just recently that I think I finally like beat it, you know? The thing that kind of did it for me is I've been really busy at work lately, and I don't have as much time to skate as I'd like to. So the other day, I worked hard all week. I finally got like time after work to go skate, and I went to the skate park. I was like, man, this is gonna be a bad session. I'm rusty, stuff like that. And I started skating, and I just felt really good on my board because I had been skating that exact setup for a while. It was like the first time in a while since my board madness and shoe madness that I'd finally stuck with a pair of shoes and a board. And like I just started skating, and I had just felt so good and confident on my board. And because I don't have that much time to skate, like I don't want to fight the adjustment to new stuff, you know? Like, and I really like this setup. So the fact that I finally have like my perfect setup with my shoes that go with it is like the thing that kind of makes me not want to try other stuff. Like I would love to be able to just try shoes, skate all the time, all that, but I don't. So now that I finally have like a setup that I really like, I think I'm done with my board madness, and hopefully other guys kind of get that too. It kind of sucks for people like the local Joe or like J Skate Day, you know, because their whole channel revolves around trying new stuff and talking about it. Now that's not what their whole channel revolves around necessarily. Like both of their channels are geared towards learning new stuff and documenting their progress, but along the way they just talk about the different boards they're trying, the different shoes they're trying, and it gains views. So like, why would you stop that if it gains you traction, right? Personally, I don't want this to be a review channel. I did do a couple reviews of shoes that I personally chose to skate, not that I went out of my way to skate for the YouTube channel. But now that I have the setup that I'm gonna stick with, like I'm pretty much done reviewing stuff. This channel is more so for me, just to document my journey, videotape what I'm doing. That way, like in the future, I can kind of look back on it and be like, dang, you know, those are some cool tricks. So that's it for this video. I'll see y'all later.